Welcome back to Gossip Gallery, your go-to source for all things glitz, glam, and gasp-worthy. Today, we're taking a closer look at none other than Heather Lear, the iconic actress whose name has been synonymous with style, screen presence, and stardom for decades. Best known for her unforgettable roles in Dynasty and Melrose Place, Heather quickly became a staple in American pop culture, with her signature blonde locks, dazzling smile, and undeniable charisma making her one of the most recognizable faces of the 80s and 90s. A true television goddess, she dominated primetime TV and red carpets alike, always turning heads with her polished looks and effortless charm. But as with any long-standing celebrity, time brings change, and recently, Heather's name has been back in headlines for reasons beyond her past performances. When new, unfiltered photos of Heather surfaced online, the internet exploded with reactions. The images, which captured her in a far more candid light than fans were used to, sparked intense debate and even drew some harsh responses, with a few people dramatically saying, "Try not to gag." Now, before anyone rushes to judgment, let's take a step back and recognize the reality of the situation. Heather Lear is in her 60s, and like every human being, she's changed with time. But instead of embracing that change, some fans seemed shocked to see their beloved star looking different from the perfectly airbrushed Hollywood image burned into memory. The reactions weren't just about Heather. They reflected a deeper cultural discomfort with aging, especially when it comes to women in the spotlight. What many people failed to acknowledge is that these recent photos didn't reveal something shameful, they revealed something real. And in a world where celebrity images are so often curated, filtered, and digitally enhanced, Heather's decision, or perhaps circumstance, to appear without those layers of polish is actually refreshing. It's a rare moment of authenticity in an industry built on illusion. The truth is, Heather Lear still looks stunning, just not in the hyper-glamorous, touched-up way we've come to expect from our stars. She's still beautiful, just in a way that reflects life, growth, and experience. These photos also highlight her resilience. Heather has faced very public struggles over the years, from personal hardships to media scrutiny, and through it all, she has maintained a quiet strength. That strength is evident in the way she continues to carry herself, unapologetically and without pretense. While critics may be quick to compare her current appearance to the high-gloss Heather of yesteryear, it's important to remember that beauty evolves, and so do the people we admire. Instead of mocking or judging, maybe it's time we celebrated the fact that Heather isn't hiding. She's stepping into the public eye just as she is, and that takes a kind of courage many in Hollywood shy away from. The try not to gag comments weren't just disrespectful. They missed the point entirely. What we should be saying is try not to admire the bravery it takes to age publicly in an industry obsessed with eternal youth. At the heart of all this buzz is a woman who, decades after her heyday, still has the power to spark conversation, make headlines, and stir up emotions, and isn't that the mark of true influence? Whether you remember her strutting down red carpets in designer gowns or captivating millions on TV screens across the country, Heather Lear's presence remains undeniably powerful. The recent media frenzy proves that she's still a figure people care deeply about, for better or worse. And perhaps the most compelling thing about this story is what it says about us as a culture. If we can't handle seeing someone age naturally, what does that say about the pressures we put on celebrities and ourselves? Maybe it's time to flip the script. Instead of clutching our pearls when a star dares to look like a real person, we should celebrate the boldness it takes to exist authentically in a world built on fantasy. Heather Lear's recent photos are not a fall from grace. They're a reminder that grace can look a little different after 60, and that's okay. In fact, it's more than okay. It's inspiring. So whether you're a longtime fan or just discovering her legacy, one thing's for certain: Heather Lear remains a name worth knowing and a woman worth watching. Her story isn't about fading into the background. It's about continuing to shine in new, unexpected ways. And if that's not headline-worthy, what is?